Thank you for joining us. It's good to have you here with us. I just moved to New York quite recently, actually. And I just realized that it takes me more time to decide what to watch on TV than what to have for food, as food for lunch, actually. And I guess it's the same for you here. There are so many options when it comes to watching television that we are all a bit lost as viewers. Can you imagine what it is for a marketer when they need to decide where to spend money? That's what we are going to talk about today, not food, but decisions and TV. TV has always been the most powerful channel for advertising. That's where brands actually rise. I mean, for decades, if you wanted to exist as a brand, you just went to TV. And then digital happened. Marketers started to spend more on digital. They discovered performance, and TV kind of lost its central scene. But we are all seeing a shift today with AI and LLMs, and the open web is changing the habits of the users. Users are no longer spending time on the open web looking for content on websites. They read digest, resume, like shortened version of content directly into the AI, when actually TV remains the same. People watch TV for real long time, actually. They engage with TV, often with friends, on the big screen, and actually in environments that really drive immersion. That's why TV is still at the center of the stage today. That's why TV matters to marketers. 100 billions are spent every year in the US only on TV. 50% of the time that users spend on TV is spent on streaming television, when actually only 30% of the TV spend goes to streaming television. That's a paradox we are all facing. 50% of the audience, 30% of the spend. Why that? Well, we believe that actually TV is getting not simpler, but more complex with CTV now. And that's one of the first key findings that you can find in our joint report with EMARKETERs. 39.5% of the marketers say that TV is now more complex with the rise of CTV. And we believe that this figure is actually probably underestimated, because the complexity is not just in the execution, it's actually in the decision making, and decision makers are asked to spend without clarity on where ads run, in what context, on what audiences they really reach, and what are the outcomes that are actually driven by their spend on TV. This complexity is what we are all facing in the industry. And actually, we asked the marketers what they really need to scale TV. They came with 3 clear priorities. The first problem that we are all facing as marketers, or they say they're facing in the report, is context transparency. Not just a list of titles, but just understanding really the context, the audiences, what people are watching, and the fit between a specific content and the campaign. The second, that it becomes really clear as well, is the reach. How can I be sure that the people I reach, the user I reach, are incremental to the ones that are already reached on linear TV? And how can I deduplicate or the platform the one from the other? The third one is around the measurement. How can I prove, how can I measure the impact of my campaign on TV? Not just direct response, but like long-term impact of my campaign on TV. Those 3 elements are not distinct one from the other. They are all linked to the same layer. A layer that helps marketers not execute better, but decide better. The key finding of the report has been mentioned by Nadia. It's actually massive. We see that 80% of the marketers say that they will spend more on TV if we remove the friction, the challenges that they face, by at least 11%. It shows that clearly there is a need, there is an appetite for CTV, and what is blocking is the challenges that we are all facing, and if we remove the challenges, you can unlock more spend. That's what is needed on the market. We are really convinced that the market needs a decision infrastructure, That's where Olyzon comes in. We are the agentic decisioning platform for CTV advertising. We are purpose-built for CTV advertising. Actually, our system analyzes the signals, the contextual signals at the program level to decide where and when run a campaign, to adapt the creatives to the context, to reach incremental audiences, and to deliver outcomes that are provable by integration of third-party partners that can measure the funnel in every single step of the funnel. That's not a DSP, that's not another measurement platform, that's not a reporting dashboard. That's a decision engine that sits on top of execution. And it's not just about media planning and hoping, it's about continuous improvement. A layer that actually improves all the decisions, improves the quality of the decisioning, and drives outcomes. When you improve the quality of the decisions, results compound. And that's what we see. We've been working with brands like LVMH, L'Oreal, Danone, Dardash, EY, Dell, Audi, Mercedes, many others in the past 18 months with great partnerships with Havas, Publicis, WPP, Horizon Media, and others. And we see that we drive great results, of course, but we also see that when we drive results, we see that actually the spend increases. And that's what we all need here. We know that TV is key in every marketing decision, in every marketing campaign. We now know what's needed to unlock its true potential. We believe that TV is entering in a new phase, defined not by platforms, not defined by new formats, but defined by decisioning. This is the rise of TV decisioning, and this is what Olyzon has been built for. Thank you.